Good morning. This is Margaret Petty from the University of Sewing at the Tailored Fit, and welcome to Facebook Live on Saturday morning. Saturday mornings, we spend time talking about the latest fabrics we've gotten in. We talk about all the wonderful things that we carry as far as notions and so forth. And this week, I have a little special thing for you. There's going to be a coupon code, KNIT25. And KNIT25 is in reference to our National Overlocker Month, the fact that we are trying to promote all these wonderful things that we've got. And any of our knits you can buy for 25% off. It's a great deal. It's a one-time use for you, so pick carefully. And any of the knits you get, you can use that particular coupon, KNIT25. So you have to spend at least $25 to get that. And so if you go on our website, universityofsewing.com, you can go ahead and use that. And I'll put it in the notes underneath the video when we're done with this today so you don't lose it. But I'm also going to put it on the website too. So if you have been thinking about doing some sewing, you've been thinking about some knits, and you'd like to get that deal, like I said, 25% off your knits. So that's really great. And we're going to show you some wonderful ones here in just a moment. But I am standing in front of this amazing collection of pre-cuts. And I did not want to neglect letting you know that we have all of these. We have things from Tim Holtz. We have our MSS textiles. That's the Aboriginal textiles. And these are gorgeous prints. We've got a whole group of those that are fat quarters. We've got a gorgeous group of fat quarters from Carolyn Friedlander. She's just got this gorgeous group of fabrics, and we've got two different ones of hers. One's kind of a neutral group, and the other one's filled with colors. They're really gorgeous. Then we have this wonderful group of fabric. It's called Everything But the Kitchen Sink, and it's really super cute. And that is from RJR. It's got little bunnies in it. There's just so much cute stuff in here. And I thought with Easter right around the corner, I'd make sure I showed this to you. So then we've got some gorgeous Jenny Beyer batiks over here. And I'm not sure why they put the cream one on top, because they've got some really amazing colors in this. And that group of this is a layer cake, a 10 by 10 layer cake. And then we've got these wonderful little charm packs. And I think we've got some jelly rolls. That's right, there's some jelly rolls right there. So beautiful jelly rolls. We've got some other from the Northcott line called Bliss. We've got a whole group of those. But our collection of pre-cuts has grown tremendously, and I wanted to make sure that you knew we had it. And last week, I think that Denise went ahead and told you about this really cute panel that we've got, and we've got a pre-cut up into individual panels so you can just grab and go. But look at these beautiful labels that you can put on your quilt. They are so pretty. And this whole group here is such a nice little collection. They are $12.95 for the panel. So there you go. Look at all the wonderful ones we've got in here. They're very unique, really fun. Wanted to make sure that we got these because I know a lot of us, well, we do. Some of you may have embroidery machines, some of you may not. And even if you do have an embroidery machine, you might be able to go ahead and put this on your embroidery machine and embroider your name on it. But if you just have lettering in your decorative stitches, these would work too. So it's a really nice little panel. You get a wide variety. You're going to have enough here for many, many quilts. And I wanted to make sure I pointed that out to you. So the dinosaur friends that we got in from in the beginning, we have a fat quarter bundle. And there's a number of other ones. We've got charm packs, we've got layer cakes, and we've got the fat quarter bundles. So I wanted you to know they're here, and we actually do have a few jelly rolls. So they are all here. And then we're going to circle around here for a second because I want to make sure that you are aware of a product we have, because especially for those people who sew clothing, you might not think about this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come around here and show off our friction markers. Friction markers, oh my goodness, I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not now that I said that. So friction markers come in a variety of colors. We've got them in orange and green, there's pink, there's yellow, there's blue. Let's see, I grabbed another pink. Oh, there's the purple. I knew we had some more colors in there, in this black and dark green, and there's even brown. So whatever color fabric you're working on, this can really work out well. Now, what I want to point out to you, and I want to talk to you about friction markers for a second, is there's a variety of different kinds out on the market. The only ones we carry at the shop are these that look like a felt tip marker. They're a fine point, but they're a felt tip marker. And the reason we only carry these is because the ballpoint ones kind of dig into the fabric, and I'm worried about people putting holes in their fabric. So I've chosen not to carry the ballpoint kind. And what's really nice about these is you can make marks on your fabric. And the way that this, see, look at all those marks I'm putting on there. Now, if what you're doing, now what you might say is, well, why would I need this for clothing? Well, a lot of times we have to mark notches, or we have to mark a gathering area, the beginning and end of it. And the nice thing about these friction markers is when you're only going through a single layer of fabric, you can just take your iron and look at that. They all go away. And the nice thing about the friction markers is that as soon as you wash your garment, all of this is gone. It washes right out. So you have a choice of either ironing it or washing it out. Either one will work. And the really nice thing about it is that it works on most materials without leaving any bad marks on it. Some things leave marks, and you've got to be really careful. What I always recommend to everybody is that you will want to go ahead and put your mark, if possible, in an area that if it became visible for any reason, it won't be a problem. So I put my marks typically in my seam allowances, and then that way, if for some reason the mark doesn't come completely out, it's not going to cause me a problem. But the other thing is too, as with any kind of marking implement, you always want to test it. And I'm showing you this with our wonderful Chi iron. I love this iron. I've done this before for you guys, but it's heating up, so it's going to steam. Well, I think I let it get cool again. These don't steam very well when you haven't got the iron all there. It's now telling me, it's beeping at me, so hopefully. It still needs to heat up a little bit more, but that's a pretty good steam mode, even with it not being heated up all the way. But the nice thing about these irons is they have plenty of steam. They're very reasonably priced, and you will get a great pressing with this. I've been really shocked at how good of an iron it is. This is really easy to clean off, and it's not a real heavy iron in your hands, so you're not going to get fatigued. It's heavy enough, but it's not super heavy. So it's one of my favorite things. I actually bought one to have at home, and I'm pretty picked. There we go. Now it gets some good steam going. But that is a wonderful, there's two things you need for good steam. Enough water, which I'm running out of, and you need to have the iron hot, and then it will steam wonderfully for you. So that's really nice. The other thing I want to point out for quilters, if it's possible for you to do your quilting lines prior to your quilting, then you don't get these marks, this ink into your batting. I think it's a lot harder to get the ink out of the batting than not. So what I typically try to do is mark my quilt before I put all my layers together. and then you'll be able to get this out a lot easier. I have heard people say that with the friction markers that this can come back if it gets really cold. So, for example, if what you're doing is you are shipping a quilt to a quilt show, and a lot of times these get put into an airplane or they get put into the back of one of those big trucks, and then they get really cold and then the marks come back. Don't use this for quilts that are going into a show. Use this for the quilts that you're doing at home. But again, if you mark the quilt top before you put it on here, the likelihood is you'll get the marks out without any problem. It's just when it gets soaked into the batting, I think it causes a problem. So at least then when I say it causes a problem, then you have to for sure wash it. So if you don't want to have to bother with washing, that'll be really helpful. Anyway, the friction markers are only $2 each, and we would love to set you up with all the colors if you want. And I just wanted you to know that we carry that product. We carry the Chi irons, and these are available for you on our website, and we can ship them. So, because obviously they ship the Chi irons to us, so we can ship them to you if you need to. So I'm going to come over here, and now we're going to talk about some of the wonderful fabrics we just got in. And we're going to start off with these beautiful rayons. These came from a company called Vigo. They're out of England, and they have this beautiful rayon, and it is super soft and super drapey, and you are going to be able to make a wonderful top or summer dress out of this. It is absolutely gorgeous. We have it in this wonderful reds and pinks, and I think it just feels so nice. It feels like silk. It's really amazing. And then we have this beautiful green. So depending on what looks good on you, the green or the red, we've got these two different colorways in this print, and it is really lovely. Now, the other fabric we just got in, and I'm super excited about it because it's so soft and it feels so good, is this beautiful rose, and we have it also in this beautiful blue. And these are a wonderful Ponte knit, but this one is a fleece. You see, both of these are fleece. They've got this nice soft backing on it, and it's going to feel wonderful against your skin. And it's a substantial weight knit. So when you think about what you're going to do with this is going to make a really cute sweatshirt. It's going to make a cute jacket. It's heavier than, this isn't going to be your lightweight thing. This is going to be your, right now, this time of year when the weather keeps on changing all the different temperatures, this is a great layering piece. So if you want to make a jacket out of it, it's going to be gorgeous. If you want to make any kind of a sweatshirt top, those will all be really cute. And then we'll pop over here, and we're going to talk about this gorgeous fabric. And if you aren't familiar with French terry is really wonderful. It has a nice drape. It has this wonderful terry feature on the back, which is kind of loops, but it's not real super, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't stand out real far, so you're not going to get things snagged on it. But what's really nice about French terry is you can use both front and the back side. And I've seen a lot of clothes where what they'll do is they'll take and do kind of a rolled edge here and bring this terry part out to the front and use it for a hem. Now we have this French terry in both this wonderful charcoal gray and this fabulous navy. This is a really pretty navy. And again, this has got a little bit heavier weight to it. It's not going to be a super clingy fabric. It's going to be something, I'll tell you what, we're getting ready for a trip to go to Yellowstone. And I'm going to make myself a cute little boat neck sweatshirt out of this. And I think it's going to be a great layering piece for me. The other thing, again, these would make great jackets. It'll make great pants. It's going to be a really wonderful, comfortable fabric. Now, we got some other things in from Robert Kaufman that I'm really excited about. We've got this great herringbone. And can you imagine just the cutest pair of pants or a jacket out of this? The colors are wonderful. It's a great indigo blue with a white background. And it's not a super sharp optical white. It's more like a more natural white color. This is lightweight. It's going to be perfect for 3 seasons of the year. And it just has a beautiful drape. Look at that. This could even be a really pretty dress. I am really excited about this fabric. I'm going to be making something out of this very much. It's really top on my list of things I'm going to be using this year for my wardrobe. Okay, and then we ended up getting this gorgeous chambray. And Dave, you may have to get in kind of close because this got little speckles of color all through it. It's really lovely. Think shirts, think in parts of, you know, if you want to do a piece jacket, this would be a great choice for your collar, maybe cuffs. It's going to be great for a dress, skirt, any of those things. It's going to be super cute. And then we gotten in, this is heavy because it's denim. And this denim, super great indigo color. And what I want to show you about this denim, and I'm going to have to set it down to do that because I'm not strong enough. This denim is got a wonderful stretch to it. It's got a lot of spandex in it, so it's going to shape and drape and make a great pair of jeans, a great pair of shorts. You could make a jacket out of this, a dress out of it. It would be comfortable for all of those because this is definitely what I would call a light to mid-weight denim. It's not super thick. And again, we have this nice stretch. And I'm trying to see if I can see. Nope, I can't tell. This is on our website. It is called Super Stretch Denim. And hopefully on there we have put how much stretch it has in there. And if it hasn't, I'm going to find that information and make sure you know. But when I'm pulling this, it's got a nice amount of stretch, but not too much. It's not like a knit. It's just got a nice stretch to it. So this is going to be super comfortable. I don't know about you, but comfort in this day and age right now is pretty high up on my list of things that I want in my clothing. And so what's really nice about this is you'll be able to use this, and whatever you make out of it's going to be very comfortable. Okay, every once in a while we have to have some sparkle and glitz. And Robert Kaufman came out with this Manchester, and look at this sparkle and how much fun this is. Now this is 100% cotton fabric, so you can use it in your quilts. And I'm thinking at the holiday time when I'm making all my holiday fabrics things, this would be gorgeous. We've got the white, we've got the gold, and we've got a champagne. And so this is gonna make a cute top. It's gonna make a cute accent for anything in a quilt. Maybe something you have and you want some sparkle in it and you still want 100% cotton. Well, here we are. We've got this sparkle and then we've got cotton, and it's going to work really well for all of those things. Look how gorgeous this color is. That is so beautiful. It's kind of a burnt gold. I like it a lot. I think it's a really good color for those who need kind of a warmer color palette. You're going to like this color. It would just, can't you imagine a beautiful little tunic top out of these for the holiday time? So then we're going to pop over here. Robert Kaufman obviously is the one who sent us all this wonderful fabric. That's where we got all these wonderful things, except for one piece in here, and that is from somebody else, and we'll talk about that in a second. So what we did get in just recently was this wonderful effervescence line, and we've gotten several pieces out of it. It's been popular for, we had what, 2 or 3 colors of it here a few months back, and it went really fast. And now what we've got is this wonderful multicolor. Then we have this one, it's goes from one color to another, and I'm going to, so we show that. So it's kind of got a border to it. And this would make such a pretty dress. Could you imagine making a dress out of this? It would just be a gorgeous dress, especially I'm thinking I have a couple of really cute little granddaughters, and I think they would look super adorable in this fabric. The other thing about this, of course, is think about stack and whack or kaleidoscope quilts. Wouldn't that just be gorgeous for that? So these are really beautiful. They have a lot of really fun colors in them. And then we decided to also get this wonderful version of this fabric in this really great dark red. And so this one has a border on one side, but unlike the last piece, it doesn't have it on the other. So we've got the border just on one end in this case. Isn't that fabulous? It's just so much fun. I love all the little dots all over it. It just is a really beautiful fabric, and I can see all kinds of really beautiful things being made out of it. Again, I think a tunic top, or maybe a dress out of it. It's certainly wide enough to do that, and it would be a lot of fun to have that particular fabric. So my last two Robert Kaufmans are a group that are inspired by some Japanese fabric, and I think these are fabulous. They're called Adobe. They've got an actual texture to them, and this is again 100% cotton that's printed, but it is just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. The colors are amazing, and this is an unusual print. I haven't seen anything like this before, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. What do you think, guys? Should I make a top out of it for me? I'm thinking about it. What about you? I bet you would look amazing in these beautiful colors too. So this is a really great, beautiful one. And then we have that same textured fabric, but this one is in reds and black, and the print on this is very unique. We've got some gray in here. And you could, of course, use this for a quilt, but it also could make a gorgeous bag or a jacket because it's got a little bit more weight than your typical cotton. Not a lot heavier, but a little bit. So maybe you're doing something with linens. Maybe you're making, I've seen some quilts recently where people were taking the Juicy Juice fabrics and they're using linen, and they're doing some really unique things in their quilts. Well, this could make a really unique quilt too. So, great bag, great jacket. Oh my gosh, I can think of so many things to do with these new fabrics. The last fabric I'm gonna show you today is from McKenna Ryan. Now, McKenna Ryan, a lot of you know her name. She's really popular in the quilting world. She does these amazing applique quilts, and we are going to start carrying more McKenna Ryan. We've got several of her patterns here, but now we're going to start carrying her fabric. And she's got a new line coming out this fall, and we will have that. And so what I wanted to show you is this McKenna Ryan fabric that we just received in. And the really unique thing about this is it is set up to be used, I think, this way, although of course you can use the fabric any way you want. There are not any quilt police in the University of Sewing world. I just want you to know that. So you can see this, it's got an area that looks like water at the bottom, and then it looks like almost like we've got these wonderful Aurora Borealis kind of colors in the sky. And so I think the idea is that it's water to sky and in the evening, obviously, and it could make a beautiful background for something. But you know what? You could cut up the different colors and pieces and turn it into something gorgeous too. So, but I was very excited when I saw this. It's really quite beautiful. And I know that you're seeing this on camera. It's not the same thing as seeing it in person. So just want to invite you. We're here at the University of Sewing today from 10 until 5. Our normal hours during the week are 10 until 6, except for Tuesdays. Tuesdays we're here until 7. And so if you want to come and see us, we're here. We are still wearing masks and still being careful. And so I want you to feel safe and comfortable coming in. And I want you to know that we really love seeing you when you come, and we love seeing your projects. There's always people here to help. If you're thinking about doing some clothing item, you want some assistance, remember my entire staff sews clothes. So we know what to do to help you get the right interfacings, the right trims, whatever it is you need, we can help you with that. And we would love to do that. So I hope you have a wonderful day today. Don't forget, we have a coupon code for the next week. By the way, that coupon code is good for a week. I'll put those dates in the notes underneath the in the information in the Facebook page, and I'll also put it on the website. So in very short order here, we're going to be opening, so I'm going to get going, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. It looks like it's going to be gorgeous, and happy Easter.